Ethan Netflix Gamer here, and today I want to talk about something a little bit different to what I normally talk about. I normally talk about Netflix games, but I want to talk about Netflix comics and whether or not Netflix could actually make a bid on IDW. Now, for those who don't know, IDW is having a lot of financial issues recently. They've had to lay off about 40% of their employees, including some top executives and some of their top publishers, and they seem to be struggling due to obviously, sales are down from what they've said anyway. And they're basically restructuring the whole business. They've been delisted from the stock market. It's not looking good for IDW. So why am I talking about this on Netflix Gamer? Well, I kind of feel like Netflix should swoop in and try and acquire the assets of IDW to help expand Netflix's media empire. Now, I know this isn't really relevant to games. If we go down here, there's obviously some stuff that they obviously like. They obviously license some IPs. They obviously license stuff like Godzilla, Star Trek, all that sort of stuff. But if you go down here, you've got IDW originals. So if we view more, you got stuff like Dark Space Wildfire, Triv Kilf, Crashing, Earth Divers, Dead Seas. These could easily be turned into Netflix franchises. Netflix's shows, movies, games. This is what Netflix could benefit from. And also, if you consider the fact that IDW has also published stuff based on Lock and Key and other things in the past, it could be quite beneficial for Netflix to make a bid for them, because obviously they have all these titles. Now, obviously, I know they don't actually own a lot of stuff they obviously publish, but I feel like Netflix could also utilize IDW's vast networks, vast knowledge, and their huge brand power as a way to also boost sales of Millarworld stuff, as well as other titles from their portfolio. Now, it would also lead to obviously games and all that sort of stuff. Games to be made, films, TV. It just makes sense. It just makes sense to me, at least, for Netflix to try and make a bid on IDW, especially as IDW is basically going out of business. However, it begs the question, like, what IDW would be valued at, and whether or not Netflix would make the bid, as well as would the company actually be willing to sell. That's the issues with these sort of deals when we do these speculative videos, and like, will Netflix buy Hasbro or whatever? You have to look at it logically. Is there a reason for Netflix to make this deal? And here, I think that they get a well-established comic publisher who's one of the big five. That could allow them to like rival Marvel in a lot of ways, because obviously I think you can have IDW and then you have Millarworld all working under the same division and publishing, like basically Millarworld publish all their comics and distribute them all through IDW. That to me would be the most logical answer. Maybe make Mark Miller the head of IDW or something. I don't know, but yeah, I feel like that's probably the best outcome, at least in my opinion, for the future of IDW, because IDW is kind of suffering, kind of dying right now. And Netflix has the capital to save them, and obviously Netflix benefit from owning the IPs that IDW owns, and obviously they could also make themselves a big player in the comic market, and if they wanted to, they could probably launch their own version of Kindle due to this deal. But that all comes down to whether or not Netflix is willing to buy IDW, and if IDW is actually willing to sell, and whether or not Netflix is actually even interested in IDW. Because IDW is a big name publisher, don't get me wrong, they're huge in comics, but I mean, these IPs that we've got, IDW originals, I don't think that I don't think all of them are going to be like huge hits on Netflix's shows and whatnot. But we'll have to wait and see if it ever happens. Anyways, have any your thoughts about this in the comments down below? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know your thoughts. I've been Ethan Netflix Gamer, and I'm signing out. Peace.